Good morning. Welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. And it's the day before Thanksgiving, and I'm doing some of my prep. I took the day off work. I was going to do this last night, and I was too tired after work. So I am getting the bread ready for my stuffing, and I don't usually make homemade bread for it. I freeze bread, like parts of it during the past couple of months. If there's hot dog buns, I throw them in there. And if I buy bread if I need to. So I have some white bread and I have some honey wheat bread. And I am going to break it up into cubes. I don't do it real exact. Sometimes I'll take a knife and do it, but it's not in little teeny pieces or anything like that. And I'm going to put it in my roaster. And I am going to put it in the oven on like 250 and just keep stirring it until it gets all toasty and dried out. And then I will let that just sit until tomorrow and continue drying out. I make my stuffing in the crock pot. I started this quite a few years ago to free up room in my oven. And one of my viewers asked if I was going to do a video on it. And I wasn't planning on it because I thought, well, it's just stuffing, But I thought, well, I will, because she requested, and it's real easy. So this won't be out before Thanksgiving because I'll be making the stuffing tomorrow, and I'll show you how I do it. And I'll get it out as soon as possible right after Thanksgiving so you can use it for any other holidays or any family dinners. We love stuffing in this family, and we like a nice moist stuffing, and I make a traditional sage, celery, onion stuffing, and nothing too complicated, but it turns out really good in the crock pot. I keep adding some turkey broth or turkey drippings from the turkey I'm roasting into it, and it gets a really good flavor, and it frees up the oven more. And my mom used to always stuff the turkey, and I've done that, but I think it sometimes will dry out my turkeys, but so I have better luck not stuffing my turkey. So I just do it as dressing. So I am just going to, there's the oven done preheating. I'm just going to cube up these. We're not having a big crowd tomorrow, so I don't need to make, a ton of stuffing, but we do enjoy it and the leftovers. And I have also froze this before and pulled it out with leftovers. If you're going to pull out the leftover turkey, pull out the leftover stuffing and have a quick dinner. And like in middle of January, it's pretty darn nice. So come along, let's get our bread ready for stuffing. So you can take the bread and you can slice it up, but my mom just always had me break it up like this. This was always one of my chores to help her with Thanksgiving dinner. And you can buy the cubes already dried. I think Pepperidge Farm has them. And that works too. My daughter does that. She makes this crock pot stuffing and does it with vegetable broth because she has vegetarian friends for their Friendsgiving or holiday gatherings, and the pot comes back empty every time, and they request her to make it now. Now the thing about making homemade stuffing, this is going to look like a lot of bread in here. But you have to remember, when you add everything and you add the broth, it just condenses down a lot. So the volume goes away. I think my favorite is just this kind of stuffing like my mom made and her mom made. I remember Grandma Laverne making it. You'll need a quart of turkey or chicken broth. I'm using home canned. The breadcrumbs that are toasted. We put onion and celery into a pan. I use rub sage, garlic, and poultry seasoning along with salt and pepper and some of this chicken seasoning I get in Frankenmuth. Saute up 1 onion and 2 stalks of celery until the onion is translucent. You can use more if you want. I put my seasoning on the breadcrumbs, and then I add the vegetable that has been sauteed in 1 stick of butter. That's important, 1 stick of butter. Then you mix it all up, get the vegetables evenly throughout all the toasted breadcrumbs. You want the liquid in there to soften the breadcrumbs. They won't get totally soft. They'll be a little toasty in the middle still, but the outside will be soft. And you can taste it now to make sure if the seasoning's right. See if you need more garlic, more pepper. And you can add any other seasonings that you like, but my family's always used salt, pepper. My mom used seasoned salt, Lawry's, and then garlic, poultry seasoning, and sage. This is after it's all mixed up and ready to go into the crock pot. You can see things aren't joined together yet. It hasn't it hasn't cooked yet, so that happens in the crock pot, but everything is evenly dispersed. Once you have it in the crock pot and you have it on low cooking, make sure you stir it with a wooden spoon or some other utensil. And I also take my drippings from the turkey and add them periodically to help keep it moist and to get more of that pure turkey flavor in with it, and stir it up. The edges that are on the edge of the crock pot will get toasty, which is pretty cool. They'll get some crunch to them, but it's still nice and soft, and it's not dry at all. So it was busy yesterday with company and everyone, so I never took a video of the finished product. So this is the day after Thanksgiving. Warmed up in the microwave, and it's still moist. It has great flavor. I don't know, I mean, it's just what we like, and the convenience of doing it in the crock pot is just really nice. So this is my basic recipe for making stuffing in the crock pot, and I'm sure you could adapt your family recipe into it also for convenience. I have thought about adding egg sometime because I know some people add egg, but I just always stick to the tried and true for our family. So stuffing for lunch today. My son came by last night. He was at his in-laws, and to get stuffing to take home because he likes mine so much, and so I gave him some. I make a lot when I make it. So here's to stuffing, and happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays. And you can make this anytime, not just for a holiday. See you next time at Pike Creek Farm. Thank you very much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. And if you want to see more videos on cooking and baking and canning, like this video and push the subscribe button. Otherwise, see you next time at Pike Creek Farm. I'm gonna go eat my stuffing.